this zombie creator, VerK0, he made an update. Big return in transit. He been working on this ever since 2020. Like no cap, he been working on this since 2020. He got some nice maps. I've seen like Noah J and them play back during COVID era, but he stopped making everything since he started this project. Like hold up, let me pull up like the first video for you. Oh, it's right there.
Hey everyone, I'm VerK0. A while ago, I tweeted that I would remaster Transit and Die Rise if the tweet hit 5k likes. I figured it would be possible to hit 5k likes eventually, but definitely not as quick as it did. The tweet is currently sitting at over 15,000 likes, which just proves the love and support you all have for zombies, and the fact that Transit and Die Rise are the best maps. If you're not already, go follow my Twitter to see updates about maps and more. Artificial VerK0, the O in VerK0's a 0 at the end, and the link's in the description, of course. In keeping my word, I have started the first of 2 monolith projects, which is remaking the entirety of both Transit and Die Rise.
4 years ago, technically 2020, it's gonna be 5 years in September.
Hey everyone, VerK0 here. Another update, another survival map. As I said in the last video, Dino was already near completion, thus would be coming out quite soon. However, I ended up completely remaking some sections. For instance, this was originally an open swamp area, but after some feedback and testing from my patrons, I felt like it was too empty, too boring, and too meaningless gameplay wise. Thus, I've completely turned it into a little RV/trailer park area, which I think fits nicely opposite a gas station and diner. In Black Ops 2's Transit, this area is literally just nothing. Now you can fully
Bro, you dead ass gotta fix that shit. Like I'm not even gonna cap, you dead ass gotta fix that shit. You know how long that area has been uninhabitable? That shit's been uninhabitable for the longest time. That in town. Let's not even get started with town. Let's not even get started with town, bro. This nigga got town looking crazy.
play and explore here. Secondly, I took the diner building and fucking deleted it. Originally, this was a prefab sent over by Zero as a part of his and RDV's Christmas map from way back, but unfortunately it didn't end up being quite how I wanted it for my vision of Transit, so I've completely remade it from scratch. Still love you though, Zero. So why don't we go in game and take a look at the new diner then? Alright, here we are at the new diner building. I'm very pleased how this ended up turning out. I'm a big fan of the interior, especially with the purple neon lights. I think that looks beautiful, and we have screen space reflection floors. Oof, look at that. Here we got the classic speed caller. Yes, it is purple. Cry about it. Classic MP5, of course. Heading down towards this end of the diner, we got a jukebox, and this is playing the classic loading screen music. And we have a teddy bear here for the music Easter egg. But coming around to this side where the hatch is, the roof access, I have made it more like the original, so you do have to jump up instead of the stairs you saw in the old version. So why don't we go up on the roof? As you can see, it's just like the OG. This is where Governor Knuckles will be, once I make it. But heading up onto the roof, I of course had to expand the roof. So not only is all of this playable, but so is this new section here. Oh, that's PhD. But we got the Spaz 12 wall buy, and you can even jump down here to behind the diner. And not only that, but you can also slide off on this side. So that makes the roof a genuinely viable area to play in. So that's the diner. Let's go behind it. Now, as I'm sure you know by now, I am expanding every single area of Transit because I am unfortunately mentally ill and I'm making the big
like he was going crazy on this.
But I can't help myself.
Dude really opened up so much acres of land in terms of map size. It's kind of crazy. But I do have to respect him for it. It's mad commendable. Not many people get into the map creation space and they say, yo, let's go ahead and make something and let's actually make it right. Because he said, you know what, we're going to make it right and we're going to make it big as well. Like, we're going to do so much stuff. He's adding like the whole bus B route and everything. Like, mad respect him.
I love the idea of exploration and just performing, honestly, the most ambitious custom map. So this is a whole new section behind Diner, which is 100% playable. If you remember in the last dev update when we went over tunnel survival, you will know that this sewer drain will be connecting all the way to tunnel. So imagine entering here, in the full version, Jug won't be blocking this way. You'll be able to go all the way down and come out through here into tunnel. Everything's unloaded because I'm only in Diner right now. Imagine making your way from tunnel, coming out Diner here, Oof. I think this just looks beautiful. I'm
Yeah,
so
that's
happy with how
crazy.
this is turning out, this whole project, honestly. And I couldn't have done it without you all. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's rewind back to spawn. So this is where you'll spawn in Dino Survival. We have Quick Revive, we have the classic M14, the Olympia, and we have the mystery box. This will be the only survival map where mystery box is in spawn, and this is just because this is where the box is in the full transit, so I like keeping that theme. And I have some more words on the mystery box later, because something that I'm very excited to show you all regarding the full map. We have a gobble gum machine, workbench for the shield, and this little section here. Moving on out from inside here, we gain access to this section. And as I promised, we have our graffiti on the wall. So we have lots of detailed graffiti, and in this corner, we have our patrons. So massive shout out to
That's
everyone
cool.
on this wall. Every single one of these names are people
He
that
really
have become
loves
a
his
patron on my
patrons, too.
Patreon. We got Watchful Wolf, Skipworth, Jacko. And if you want to get your name as graffiti in transit, as well as early access to farm survival, the rest of the survivals, and the full Return to Transit project, head over to my Patreon. Link is in the description and the pinned comment. Your support means the most, and the playtesting generally helps the development of the maps.
And that's another thing, bro. He really loves his patrons. The ones that have stuck to him through thick and thin for the past 4 years, they really want to see this done. They are some soldiers, bro. I know niggas that have supporters that don't even want to like look at their stream. I have niggas that have supporters that don't even want to look at their stream. So like the fact that he has patrons like that, constantly sending money, be able to fund this this project and everything for the past 4 years, he's done a very amazing job. It's very impressive. I love like how it looks. It looks so good. The fact that he has supporters like that, that's like a round of applause to him. That's a pat on the back. That's W shit. W VerK0, W VerK0 community.
But moving on, let's head over this way. So we have the front of the garage here, which gives us access to the trailer park. And this road is blocked off here. Of course, it's not like this in the full version. This is just for the survival map. Now it's slapped stamina up here. But moving on down this way, this is how you gain access to behind Dana. So this wraps all the way around to Dana and around back to garage here. As you can see, we've got the riverway here, going off into the vista. But moving forward, we've got a cave entrance here. Why don't we head on inside? So this is the official bunker area for Dana. So in the full version of Transit, this will be where a tally pad location is. And moving on down this way, this is where the pack-a-punch switch will be. But in the survival map, it's just a power switch. And if you head out back this way, this also wraps around to the Dana side. Boom. Freedom. Dogs!
If you want to build an app and have no idea how to code or where to start, check out Base 44.
See, I have an ad
built this daily
blocker
habit tracker that helps users log
and everything
small
and
wins,
stuff, but I
track their mood,
can't do
reflect
anything
on
on here.
past.
That's right. With the release of Dana Survival, dog rounds are debuting. So dog rounds are in all the survival maps as of this video, which includes Tunnel Survival and Bus Depot Survival. And they happen specifically right after you ready up. So rather than it being like a random round, it happens specifically after you ready up. And we have this fog that comes in and rolls out. Now that fog is important because on a certain round, something special happens. Okay, I'm on round 25 now and I've hit a pause. So I'm gonna ready up and just let it play.
Ooh. Denizens. Earthquake.
I get control and glory! I can destroy your eye! But not before we continue the damage.
So Richtofen has just gained control and he's dropped us a power up. And as you can see, the power up is now blue. And not only that, the announcer changes as you just heard, and the dogs, their eyes are now blue, as well as all the zombies. So as you can see, they got their blue eyes. So the announcer and the power up effects and the eye colors all change when the announcer switches. And not only that, you'll notice that the map is a lot darker now. So let me finish the dog round real quick.
I gotta say it again, bro. This light fucking sucks. If I had the previous VOD up with all this technical difficulties and everything, if that was up, y'all would know how bad this light is, bro. Let me show it again. Waited for this for like a whole week. Stuck in New York 3 days just to get this today, and it's not even what I ordered. They gave me a refund, but I'm still mad, though. Like that's fucked up, bro.
Here we got our max ammo dropped by Richtofen. And let's let the fog clear. Boom, we are at nighttime. So when Richtofen gains control over at the moon, the skybox changes to nighttime, and that is how we progress from day to night. Now we're so close from the rockets hitting us. This is live in all the survival maps now as of this video, and this will be a feature that's present in the full Return to Transit. Alright, so let me showcase the power-up effects. With Richtofen in control, they're all blue,
He's
and they've got
really
this
going
flame
in depth
effect
though,
with these
bro.
magical things.
But I should expect
if we
that.
switch
It's
it
a
back over to
14-minute video. When's the last time you dropped a 14-minute video? My nigga was dropping like 6-minute videos and he wasn't giving this much detail. God damn. God damn.
the Samantha, which is what it starts at. All the power-ups are the classic effect, but the yellow. I decided to keep it as the classic. Now, there are two more controllers that happen throughout the full map that are achieved via the main Easter egg. Now, in the survival map, it is only Samantha and Richtofen, but in the full map, it is Samantha, Richtofen, the Avogadro, Asterix, because there's something special regarding the Avogadro, which all of
Run that back. Run that back. What?
classic effect, but the yellow. I decided to keep it as the classic. Now, there are two more controllers that happen throughout the full map that are achieved via the main Easter egg. Now, in the survival map, it is only Samantha and Richtofen, but in the full map, it is Samantha, Richtofen, the Avogadro, Asterix, because there's something special regarding the Avogadro, which all of you will get to discover when you play the full map, and then a secret fourth one. So these are the Avogadro effects. They're all white, they've got the lightning and the cloud, giving the theme of like the electricity. And of course, when Avogadro's in power, the eye colors will be white as well. And lastly, we got the secret one. These are the effects for the fourth one and the secret one, and you'll have to find out by doing the main Easter egg. A lot of you have asked, can the Black Ops 3 engine even handle this? And the answer is, no. You see, the first time I
We
ran
know
into
it
it was the
can.
reflection probe limit. The fuck is a reflection probe? They're these funny little green boxes with a funny little sphere. You can imagine the funny sphere is a 360-degree camera that takes a photo, then projects that photo onto reflections. Then the funny green box is a fancy voxel grid that calculates light bounces, or ray tracers. Because back in my day, we used to bake out damn rays instead of trying to trace them in real time and getting no FPS in the process. Quick, turn on
Right.
DLSS. But the reason why they're good is because they'll turn a room from looking like this to looking like this. So they're definitely great to have.
Right,
But the
right,
problem is
right,
you can
right.
only have 250 of them. And when you're dealing with a map as big as Transit, you run out pretty fast. And if you know anything about how I do lighting, I tend to use a lot. On Bus Depot alone, I'm using around 180. This limit was not gonna cut it for the full map. So I had to find another way. And I did. Turns out, the limit only applies to how many is loaded at once, by being in what's called a sun volume. Sun volumes are basically big box where the sunlighting gets baked, and while you're inside them, it loads all the probes inside of it. So the solution is simple, just use multiple sun volumes. But that's where we hit our first problem. The transition between them is a little obvious. Thankfully, we have Vista volumes. They're basically bigger sun volumes, except it's sunlighting only.
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know what the fuck nigga talking about, bro. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but I love this shit, bro. This is awesome.
And it's at lower quality. By covering all the sun volumes in one big Vista volume, I'm able to light outside of the sun volume to help hide the transition. It's a lot better, but it's still missing reflection probes. How can I get a reflection?
I kind of think it's funny how you have glasses on and niggas assume you gotta be some type of tech wizard, some type of tech magician and all this other stuff. My dad, he used to do some shit like that where it's like, oh, like, so like little story time, right? There was like this thing that happened where like we was, what was it? I think we was prank calling, or was I prank calling? No, right? Like these three, right? They was prank calling and stuff. I'm sitting minding my business. I'm eating like Oreos and shit. I'm like a good ass kid, okay? I'm minding my business. I'm eating Oreos and shit. I'm just chilling. They over here prank calling and stuff. My dude, he comes to me saying like, oh, like, did you help him with that? Did you know what they was doing? And I'm like, nah, I'm sitting at the table eating Oreos. You knew what you was doing. I'm like, nigga, what? Keep in mind, right? They think because you got glasses on your damn face that you know like a million trillion different things, nigga. I'm just as stupid as another nigga. I'm just a nigga. But the whole point I'm trying to get at is like, how the fuck did I know what they was doing? I'm just chilling and stuff. So Yeah, I had to say that. It'd be kind of crazy because they really be expecting you to know all these different types of things and stuff, and I'm just like, bro, I don't. I can know some things, but I don't know everything. It's a long ass pause.
Probe to bake outside of the sun volume if they only do it for the sun volume it's in. Well, let's go back to the funny sphere. I found out probes load depending on the origin of the funny sphere specifically. So by having that inside the sun volume, but having the box outside of it, I'm able to probe outside of the sun volume, allowing me to bake in the transition area. So by doing this trick, we now have smooth transitions between sun volumes. Now I can probe all I want, wherever I want, and whoever I want. All is good.
Wait, what the fuck is a lump limit?
Turns out, your light export data can only be so big. And because I have 4 lighting states in transit, that's day power off, day power on, and night power off and night power on, it has to recalculate all of the reflection probes and suns for each lighting state. Since return to transit is divided into 9 sun volumes, this basically has to calculate like 36 maps worth of lighting. Yeah, this might be a bit too much. I wasn't about to cut night mode though, so once again I had to find a way around it. I decided that night power off wasn't necessary, as 99% of the players would have power on by the time night comes anyways, and if by chance they don't, it's not that big of a deal considering really it's just a visual thing, like some lights won't be on that weren't before, but they ought to be for night anyways. Then to further cut down the LED size, I removed day power off in sections that would look the same with power on and power off. At first this did not work at all, like I'm sorry, hated the concept of a lighting state missing, but I got it working by reordering the lighting states. If there's no lighting state defined, it'll automatically load the next one above it. So if starting at 0, day power off, and it's missing, it'll automatically load the next one up. Lighting state 1, day power on, for that sun volume. Now we're back to business. All is good. Now Umbra won't let the map link. And linking's important because it generates the playable files. We've hit a whole different limit now. I got too many models on the map. Now there's 2 ways I could go about this. Load that model into Blender, then with my overall size down of the map, as well as going around and lowering the resolution of some of the textures, because some parts of and look at this beam, you can see this from ages away. Like you could be coming up on a church here and just being like, oh boom, blue, it's at Bus Depot. And before any of you ask, yes, the church will be playable. I will give you a slight sneak peek on the new section of town. So this whole area is brand new to town. This was previously completely blocked off by exploded roads that you can't access, but now it's an actual street. But like I said, that's just a sneak peek. So our next box color is brown, which is the hunter cabin. And I chose brown because, you know, the cabin's made out of wood, and the color of wood is brown. And lastly, for town, it is red. So the full theme of town will be red. That goes with Juggernog and Vigor Rush. So all of these areas are going to be fully expanded and actual points of interest. And they're all going to be survival maps. Just to give you a list.
Alright, that's basically it. He's just going to do all the technical stuff. So that's good shit though. If y'all don't like check him out, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, because he's actually really good at what he does.